We rock.
Yay, let's do this.
So let me introduce you guys to Danielle.
Hi.
Hi. So Danielle is one of the amazing coaches that I get to work with. We met, I don't even know how long ago, at a leadership event, and just kind of kicked off. And I've been seeing her transformation stories, just blown away by them. And I really just I always love when I get to around Danielle, because her energy and her fire is just contagious. And like, if you're in a bad mood, just, go check out Danielle. She'll get you pumped up. So really wanted to do a live with her and pick her brain, and mainly for my customers. Like, I have so many customers, I know you do too as well, Danielle. Well, I feel like I get started and we offer so much. So a lot of you, like, you don't even know what we do as coaches and what, but we offer so much. There's so many resources there for our customers and clients to get started, and they truly work. But I feel like, I don't know about you, but I get people started with, like, maybe they get started with just the workouts or just Shakeology, and I can't ever get them. And when I say Shakeology, sorry, back up. That's a superfood shake. I went from a size 7 to a size 2 when I started. It didn't change my workouts or anything. And so it's just a game changer. It's a superfood shake that when you get what you need, your body does amazing stuff. So we offer, we have amazing supplements. There's over 80 workout programs. Amazing, fantastic support with accountability, support, nutrition. What am I missing? We have live classes now. Oh, nutrition. Yes, 2 amazing nutrition programs, guys, that, like, they're lifestyle changes. It's not a diet, it's a true lifestyle. And so that's a lot. Like, it's a lot. And so for me, I feel like I get people started with one of those, and then I can never, like, they hit a plateau and I can't get them to take that next step. So I wanted to interview more people who've lost the weight and they're not stuck at that plateau and they've kept it off. And, like, what were the steps? What was your journey as you went through that? Does that even make sense?
Oh, totally. Yeah, no, it totally makes sense. Do you want me to just start and jump into it?
I want to hear your journey. Yes.
Woo! Okay. All right. I will share a little bit of my journey. So for those of you on both platforms here, I'm doing my best. I'm gonna look like both that I can, but just know that I'm talking to you. So basically, after I had my daughter, and she just turned 13, which is crazy to me. I can't even, oh my goodness. Like, it's going way too fast. After I had my daughter was when I really struggled. There were just a lot of crazy things that came up in our life. My Nana passed away very tragically. And after I had Evelyn, I really just turned to food for comfort. And I didn't know how to cope with the loss. And I had some postpartum depression, but people didn't really talk about it then. And so I turned to food for comfort, and I was smiling on the outside and I was dying on the inside. And instead of losing weight, most people, oh yeah, let's bounce back. It just didn't happen. And I ended up gaining more weight than I had even really almost gained all of my pregnancy weight back after I had my baby. And that's just not normal. But I was just in a very unhealthy place. And I had a family member who introduced me to a friend who introduced me to a Zumba class. It's actually where it started. I have no rhythm whatsoever. And this Zumba instructor, Elizabeth, she was also a Beachbody coach. And she invited me to join her online accountability group. And I started an at-home workout program, which it was just so amazing because even going to those Zumba classes, like, I could barely make it to them. It was just so hard with having littles and my husband working, and I was staying at home, and I loved getting out, but it was just hard. It was hard to get to classes and be consistent with workouts. So I loved that this offered me an at-home workout program, but I also had the support and community from other women, which I am an extrovert. I need people. And when I had my babies, I was now, like, thinking, oh, I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom. It's going to be so great. Well, it wasn't great. I hate to say that. Like, it just wasn't what I thought it would be. I really needed people. So it kind of combined things I really, really needed in my life. I needed the health and wellness and weight loss support, but I needed community. And I needed people to keep me accountable and cheer me on and let me know that I wasn't alone. And I think without that piece of it, I don't think I would have kept going. Because the workouts, I mean, they're amazing. I love that you start a program and you go this day, you know exactly what to do. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to go. I had tried YouTube workouts. I had tried, all this stuff and just piecing it together. And I just had there was nothing cohesive about it. But once I started this, I knew exactly what to do. I had a plan to follow. So yeah, that and the ladies in the group just kept me going. And I had a coach cheering me on and I lost the weight and I just haven't stopped like for 13 almost I think she was like maybe 8 months old when I started. So, 12 years started and I've just kept going because new workout programs come out, new people join me and we just keep going together. I mean, I have some women who've been on this journey with me the whole way and that's pretty cool too. So,
I had no clue you had been with Beachbody for like 13 years. Is that what you
I
just
mean,
said?
as a customer, yep.
So when did you, and this really isn't about coaching, it really is more about, but I know coaching a lot of times is what helps people stay accountable. So when did you become a coach in that period?
I have been a coach for about 9 years. So it ended up being after my youngest was born. My coach was like, man, you're inviting people to this group. Maybe you should be a coach. And I knew that it would be something else that I could kind of still be at home with my kids, but maybe, bring in a little extra income and pour into other women's lives and just have that continued accountability and community that I really, really needed. And yeah, it's been that.
So I do have some questions that I had picked out before. One of them was obviously about your journey, like how much. So community. So I hear community was
Yeah.
the biggest thing for you. But I've also seen some of your before and after pictures, girl. You've like crushed these workouts, and I know from my customers, like they really want to know, like, how did you lose the weight? And I'm always like, they followed the program, but they need to hear it from.
I mean, that's it. Like I followed the workout program day 1, day 2, day 3, all the way through. And then I did a new workout program. And I mean, when I get that program, I will say this, when I first started, I was kind of like all over the place. I would start a program, I wouldn't finish it. When I did that first program start to finish, it literally changed everything for me. And that one was 80-day obsession. I followed the nutrition program exactly as it was written. And that was like the final, honestly, I have not lost those results. I will say in the past, I mean, I've lost 50 pounds total with Beachbody. And in the last year, this is what's interesting. I've actually gained 10 pounds back, but my body has never gone back. Like I've gained so much muscle. My body's completely changed. Like that used to would have freaked me out if I gained 10 pounds. But like when you see my pictures from when I weighed this, 150 then and 150 now, like my body's completely different because that's what consistency does. That's what following an eating plan, you can change your body. And sometimes the scale doesn't tell the whole story, but I've still maintained, a 40, 45-pound weight loss. Just doing the things,
And
following the
how long have you
program.
maintained? How long have you maintained?
Um, well, has it been 9, 10? No, when did I start with Evelyn? Yeah, 13,
13 years.
almost 12. I mean, really 12 years. I would say I didn't lose the full, it took me a few years. People ask me that too. They want to know if I lost the 50 pounds right away. And honestly, it took me a few years. In the first 3, 4 months, I lost 20 pounds. Okay. And then from there, it was just this steady, keep going process. And when I did 80-day obsession, that was when I really lost the rest of the weight. And then you just keep going. I know everybody wants quick weight loss. I get it, but happy and sustainable is where it's at. And if it takes a little longer to lose the weight, but you're able to form habits where you can do it forever, that's what matters even more.
I love it. So how did nutrition, so you've mentioned 80-day obsession with nutrition. How did the nutrition play a role in this journey?
I had loosely followed the portion fix, but when I actually stuck with it, I found that I had abs. That was cool. But it's like I never realized how much nutrition does play a part. And that's the beauty of it too, is it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect forever. I mean, that's just life too. So I think I'm gonna block somebody from this. Um, yeah,
You're
we're
good.
gonna block somebody because people are Rudy McTooties on the internet. There we go. We're good.
Good job.
Okay.
So,
Well,
so what do you say when those people are
so yeah,
always,
I
I have a question. So what do you say to those people who are always, I get a lot of, but I don't want a meal plan and I don't meal prep. And I don't, I think there's different personalities, and there's certainly a lot of people who've lost a lot of weight who meal prep and meal plan, but I've maintained as well. And I don't like, I'm kind of like the no cook queen. Like, what do you say to those people that,
I
like, how
think
did you,
it just depends, because we can say that as an excuse because I did that for years. Well, I don't know how to meal prep. Oh, I don't know how to follow a nutrition plan. But you know what? When push came to shove, I could learn how. And it was hard and it took a lot of work, but it was really worth it. And now I feel like I've been able to keep those things I've learned from when I really went hardcore, and I did meal prep, and I would put my food in the fridge for 3 days in a row, ready to go so I could grab it out. And I don't always do that. Sometimes I still do that now. But I think the thing that I think sometimes we limit ourselves so much by saying I can't, or I won't, or I don't, when honestly, we can all learn to do new things. We can all try new ways to grow and be healthier. It doesn't have to be perfect. We can all find our own path in that too. But at the same time, I think saying I can't or I don't, well, then it's true. So I think sometimes we need to, yeah, just change our mindset about it and realize that everything is figure outable. And especially with really good tools, like we have the tools in place, whether you want a more lenient meal plan with the 2B mindset where you don't have to meal prep as much. You can fly by the seat of your pants. I feel like even with the portion fix, I fly by the seat of my pants with it because it's such a great guide. Um, but if I really wanted to dial in, I know I have the tools right there and I can do that. So
I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. What do you think your biggest game changer, like what made the biggest, well, and I think you already answered it, but I'm going to ask the question anyway. What was the biggest game changer throughout this journey for you think?
for me, it was like actually following the program as it's written. And I mean, I think you have to be in the right place to do that sometimes. But before this, I was kind of all over the place using my supplements. I was all over the place with my meal plan. I was kind of, oh yeah, with my workouts. When I just decided I was going to do it, and I used the supplements as the meal, like as the plan called for, as the program designed it. I followed the meal plan to a T. I went all in with the workouts. I didn't miss a day. And sometimes we're not there. And I try and teach women, like, where are you in your journey? Can you do 3 workouts a week? And that's sustainable for you? Go for that. But if you're at a place where you can go all in, like, why not? So it really is. And I was at a place where I could go all in and I was ready for it. And so once I did that, it really has, yeah, just been a game changer, because now I set that precedent and I know I can do it, right? Once you do something hard, that you can keep going.
So, so true. So true. So I've got 2 questions that people submitted beforehand that I wanted to share. And guys, if you have questions, anything at all, ask away. I know Danielle's an open book. Pretty much, she'll answer them. So yeah, you can ask us anything. We love to hear your questions as well. So Jennifer asked if you use supplements, like did you use supplements, and how do you feel about them? I feel if you just eat real food, you don't need supplements, but I'm not eating right now.
So here's my thoughts on it. Most of our food, unless we grow it ourselves on our own little plantation, is nutrient deficit. Like it's not nutrient dense. It's just the nature of your food is trucked to you from other places. It loses its nutritional value. And I know from studying and research and asking the people who designed it that our superfood shake is literally made in the best way to preserve the nutrients so that my body's going to get the nutrients it needs to thrive on a deep cellular level. And that's why I choose to use this shake. It's not just your protein shake that you get at the grocery store. It's different. And I appreciate that. And I've done the research. You need to do the research on your food. Figure out where it's coming from, know where it's coming from. And then I choose supplements that support my goals. I want to gain muscle, and that's what I'm working for. I mean, my shoulders are getting ripped. And so I'm choosing supplements that help my body recover, and I'm able to have faster, better, quicker recovery. I'm not as sore and I can lift heavier. I also work out very early by choice because I like getting my workout done. And I've learned that it just works better for me. I'm not a morning person. I would, even now, after doing this for like 4 years, I would not call myself a morning person, but I've just chosen to be one. It's not easy still. But my pre-workout is thebomb.com for helping me get my butt to my workout in the mornings. Oh my God, I don't know what I would do without it. We actually ran out the other day and I literally was, someone's ready to jump back on the train. Oh, I love it. But I literally ran out of our Energize. And it's just the pre-workout. I call it my mommy go juice. I was like, oh my goodness. Like it was so hard. That stuff is literally magic. And there are, I mean, I use other supplements too because it helps me. We have our snack, my snacky drink, which is heavy. Like, oh my goodness, I don't know what I would do without that. I'm the snackiest snacker of all. Like it doesn't change just when you learn better habits. You still have these things you have to fight every day. And I know that it's, I fuel myself well. So I know that it's just a habit of wanting a snack and having that lovely little tea, before dinner. It just helps me. And I think sometimes when we have these little things in place, they help us create new habits.
I love it. Curly Bra asks, is the shake a meal replacement? I'll let you answer. Unless you want me to answer.
Yeah, it totally is. It is. It is because it's really, really good for you. And I love that because it's not just empty calories. It's good, solid. My dog's over here. She's twitching away. I'm like, what is wrong with her? She's dreaming about superfood shakes. But yeah, it is a meal replacement.
So see, I actually answer differently. And that's why I love doing things like together, because there's no right or wrong answer. So I say it depends on your goals and how you want to use it.
Oh, that's true.
It's actually only 160 calories and it's even protein and carbs. So it's actually a good balance, it's a good balance. But if you want it as a meal, sometimes I'd say make it with your almond milk. Like don't just make it with just water. How do you make yours?
Oh yeah, no, I make my shake loaded because it's a meal. But yeah, if I have it for a snack midday, because sometimes it's the perfect snack for me. And also like, I don't know, I use it different times of the day depending on my schedule that day. And I usually think about it. If I'm going to be on the go and out the door fast, it's my on the go breakfast. So I don't go through a drive-through and grab something that my body doesn't need. But typically my time of day where I need like really good energy, which I feel like Shakeology has all those superfoods. So it gives you that natural boost without the caffeine, like you're getting good and dense nutrition, is between lunch and dinner. And it's even then, I think you need good calories in between those meals. I don't know about you, but I'm like a 5 meal a day type person. None of this 3 meals a day nonsense. Give me all the food all day long. So yeah, I always put lots of stuff in my shake. Depends on which flavor I choose too, what I put in it.
And I usually just do mine with water for breakfast. And it does hold me over till lunch, but most people I would say, and that's just because I'm not a big morning, but if I had it for lunch with just water, it wouldn't hold me over. It's kind of funny how, you know what I mean? But I know if I have it for breakfast, it works for me. So you really can use it however it works best for you and your needs, for sure. So let's see if there's any other questions down here that you see. And then we had another one from Sarah. As I don't think there's any more questions there. Sarah asked, how did you make time? So like in the beginning and stuff, when you have the littles, or even now, like I don't care who you are, we're all busy. Like it's just we have busy lives. So how do you make? She just asked how did you make time?
So when my kids were little, I worked out literally whenever I could. Like I just gave myself, this is what I did when my kids were little. I would give myself 3 windows of time. And I would tell myself, okay, the first one is when the kids are down for a nap. That's going to be your first window of time. But if something comes up, because mamas, something's going to come up. Like, come on, let's be real. Someone's not going to sleep. Somebody's going to have a disaster, whatever. I always gave myself 2 more backup times in the day. So the next backup time was right when my husband got home. I'd be like, field the kids, I need 30 minutes. And my last backup time would be right after we got the kids down. I would have my husband, I'd be like, nope, you're doing bedtime tonight. I didn't get my workout in. I'm going to kiss them all, kiss all their little heads. And I'm going to do my workout real quick. And usually I would make sure in a program, like I did workout programs that were 20 to 30 minutes. That's it. That's all I had time for. And you know what? I always gave myself like a goal of, this was before I really committed, because you know what, when you have little tiny children, sometimes you can't commit 100%. And you know what? 80% is so good. Even 50% is so good. Starting is so good. So give yourself a manageable goal. And that's what I did. I gave myself manageable goals until I knew I was in the habit. And once I got in the habit, then I figured out, oh my goodness, I can do this and I can put in all the workouts. I can do a full program, but sometimes you have to start slow. So then, once I started, and I was like, in it, I'm in it. I'm doing the programs, all the things. My kids, they're like either working out with me or I'm ignoring them because they just figured out mommy's working out, ignore her too. Because my kids just got used to it. They did. They would either join me or they would entertain themselves. Or I would put on a movie. Like, do not feel guilt for that, mamas. Okay. Save that movie for your time and get your workout in. But now my kiddos are older and I just really prefer getting my workout in the morning. I like to have the rest of my day. And so I choose, it's not easy. I choose to get up at 4:45 every morning. And I know some people don't like to hear that, but that works because I get my workout in. We go use the fitness center where we bring our beach body to the fitness center at our apartment building. My husband and I go do our workout in the morning. We come back up, we get ourselves all set, breakfast, everything. And then the kids get up and we help them get ready for school. But we have our time first and that's it. We just have figured out what works for us and everybody has to do that. I have one girl in my virtual gym and I love this so much. She messaged me and she said, you know what? I've decided the morning workouts do not work for me. I am choosing to do my workouts in the evenings. And so she did that for a week. And I said, how's it going? And she's like, it's perfect because it works for me. And I said, that is exactly what we have to find out. What works for you? Some people, and that's it. You just keep figuring it out until you find what works for you and what you can stick with. And sometimes that takes a lot of time and a lot of trial and error and just keep trying. So does that help? Does that answer the question?
So what do you guys think? Did she answer the question? Give us some parts that she answered the question. I think so. I see Hannah here asked, how many hours of sleep do you get? I
always get at least 7.5 hours of sleep. That is my goal 100% of the time. I definitely on Saturdays and Sundays, I always sleep in. That's just my little gift to myself. You gotta give yourself that little gift. But I always make sure that I set my clock, like I will go to bed. And if I don't go to bed, then sometimes I will choose not to wake up as early the next morning to work out. But sleep is so important. And thankfully now in my life and in my schedule, I have the freedom to choose to sleep in if I want to. And this week was actually one of those weeks where it was just a little crazy because our kids are getting back to school. And so a few days I actually waited until they were off to school to do my workout. But this morning I was up, got it done and all that stuff. So you just keep figuring it out. That's it. That's life. You're
I think
always
that's one of the reasons I became a coach and did this full time was because I wanted to be able to sleep in. Like what
yeah,
you just said,
I
like to
love
have that
that.
freedom, like if you had a headache the night before and you didn't sleep, to have the grace to be able to sleep in, like it's huge. Instead of walking like a zombie all day long
Well,
in a
and that's
fog,
it. I
like
love the freedom to choose that for myself
yes,
if I want to. And so, somebody asked me, do I work out 7 days a week? Never. Mm-mm.
mm,
I always take one day off every single week.
and most of our
And whoops,
programs have a active
my
recovery
phone is
day.
going dead.
Yeah. Most of the programs have an active recovery, not one, at least two, where it's
Yeah.
a yoga day or more, stretch mobility type of day as well. So keep the questions coming real quick. We're going to do a rapid fire and we got to wrap up because this lady's got an amazing team. We didn't talk a lot about coaching, but guys, she's an amazing leader and a coach that has an amazing team. And so right after this call, she will be jumping on to train her team and work with her team. And that's the community piece. Like really as a customer, it's kind of the surface level, honestly, I feel. Like I think holding yourself more accountable, that community is there in a just more meaningful way. So I'm gonna invite Danielle back again next month to talk more about the coaching
Oh,
side of
we have
things.
one more question I think is really good. Can I answer it?
No.
Do I take any vitamins? I actually take vitamin C. And that's it, because I just feel like in the world we live in right now, I just need a little extra vitamin C. But I don't take any other supplements except for my superfood shake, because it has all the dense nutrients that I need right there. It's like my chocolate or cookies and creamy. There's all so many yummy flavors. And then I use my Recover for muscle recovery. But I don't use any except for my pre-workout in the morning, which is
The
actually
Energize has
amazing. What?
The Energize has 500 milligrams of that quercetin. I don't know how to say it.
Quercetin, which is amazing supplement for helping your body. Oh my goodness, quercetin! If you have never looked up that supplement, it is unbelievable. So I use that for my pre-workout to get me going. But honestly, I used to be a mombie, like zombie. What isn't that what they say, a mombie? I was like, this was before I started working out before. I used to drink a Pepsi every afternoon because I was so tired. I needed caffeine. Oh yeah, every afternoon I would drink a Pepsi. Not even kidding. And I dawned on me the other day, I typically don't need a nap. I don't really have an afternoon crash because I'll plan to have my superfood shake in the afternoon, but I get enough sleep. I have energy from my workouts. Like I just feel good all day. I mean, by bedtime, I am tired. Like that's okay though. You're supposed to. I have used up all my energy from the whole day. But I feel full of energy almost every day of my life, which I'm so thankful for that. Yeah, it's pretty
So,
cool.
and I will answer a little bit too because I used to feel just like she did. And then,
Yeah.
and how old are you? I don't know. How old are you? You're in your 40s.
I am going to be 40 this year.
So hopefully your path to 40 is better than mine. But I'm 44, and I can say I think I'm in the perimenopausal stage, and my energy the last few years, I was just like you, like so great all the time, and blah blah blah. But I have gotten in the habit, and I think it's just a state. I had an appointment with the functional, naturopath doctor or whatever in October to look at hormones, and so I know my hormones are they're messed up right now. And I've been using a lot of the focused energy about 2 o'clock, that 3 o'clock dip. There's a focused energy Bevy drink that I personally use. I actually didn't start Energize until I was actually in my 40s. And I always just used one scoop, and it's a game changer. And I've actually been using that more than once sometimes. I don't go over 2 scoops though in a day. So I'm one of those that's kind of struggling right now with the energy life compared to where I used to be, honestly.
Yeah.
And so I just want to be honest and share with people. But
Yeah.
we can have tools. There's still tools that help us. Like I can, even my husband, we were going through that focus Bevy is all I can say. We're using it.
And I'll say this too. I don't drink coffee.
I don't
ever. I know that sounds crazy. Some people live on coffee all day long. I don't drink coffee. So I don't know. Yeah. Oh,
And
did I
that
freeze? I
happened.
think my screen froze.
And did that happen ever since you started working out? So for me, I think both of us, I've worked out my entire life. Like I started working on junior high. My transformation was junior high. I went from a size, I think, size 13 to a size 4 in junior high. like, so that was my transformation story back then. And I've worked out my entire life. So for me, and I've been a coach for 11 years, similar to Danielle there. So Danielle, you've worked out for at least 13 years here. I don't know if you can make sense of that question there. Hopefully, did we answer that, Hannah? Feel free to ask, ask us questions here if that makes sense. Clarifying questions. Let's end with the rapid fire and see if Hannah comes back, and you got to go, girl. So, favorite program out of 80, we have like 80 programs. What's your favorite one?
My favorite program is always the one I'm doing. And right now it's 6:45. I'm not kidding. People ask me that all the time. It is always the program I'm doing right now. And I am loving 6:45 so much. So much.
Crystal, I got it. I agree. We're going to get through it though. Like perimenopause, like it does end. I've talked to plenty of people. They're like, it gets better. Like we will get better. Girl.
Oh, good. Good to know.
And yeah, it doesn't last forever. This too shall pass, Crystal. So hang in there, girl. Okay, sorry, this is rapid fire. I'm not doing favorite program, favorite product.
I love Energize.
Lemon or mixed berry?
I am a lemon or fruit punch Energized girl. Oh, I love from
shake
fruit
flavor.
punch.
Shake flavor.
I feel okay. Cookies and creamy, or chocolate, or lately, I don't know why, but I've really been loving vanilla with lots of fruit. I don't know. I've just been in like a really fruity mood.
I don't think you know what the word favorite means.
I don't know. That's the hardest word ever. Favorite? Who has a favorite one thing?
Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much, Danielle, for saying yes to this. I always love like just your energy and your spirit and just like your customers and your coaches. We're so lucky to have you guys.
Oh my goodness, you are so
We
sweet.
have it. There's like 400,000 coaches, and guys, like I'm telling you, Danielle is one of the best. You are in great hands with this lady. You are blessed, and just be thankful. Like if you haven't signed up with her, if you've been on the fence, just do it. Just
so
do
sweet.
Is all I can say. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for you guys that hung out with us in the beginning there and stayed patient and stuck to the end.
I know. Those of you who stuck it out, you should win a prize.
And I'll be doing these transformation interviews every Thursday at 8. Would love for you to jump back on, ask any questions, and we're going to have Danielle back next month to talk more about her coaching journey. So thank you guys, and God bless, and go walk that call that you've got coming up, and that's all I got.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye. So I don't know how to end this. So now you get to see the ending too. Here we go. End now. Bye.
Oh, I think I did it.
Here. And I got to end it on Facebook. Hold on here. We're going to. Okay, we did it. I'm going to unmute you. You have to unmute your computer.
I think I did.
Ooh, yeah, we
Can
did
you
it. We did. And I think it worked on Facebook too. And I'm going to go back and look at the recording.
Okay.
Recording. Yeah, it definitely worked on Facebook. So that means that was through Zoom. So the Zoom should have worked.
Okay, perfect.
You were awesome. I appreciate you.
That was so funny. I don't even know what we did, but we figured it out. Oh my God.
We turned down the volume on the computers, both of us, and we went through the phone.
Okay. Whatever.
For my customers, I think we'll just do the.
Oh, what did I just do? I just lost you. There we go.
Good. For my customers, I think I'm just going to do Zoom.
Okay.
But see, there was no visibility for that. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do Facebook Live. We'll see. Who knows when I interview you as a coach, what we'll be doing.
We'll figure it out. This was fun though. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sweetie. I'm bummed I won't see you at leadership, but.
I know.
Summit.
Yes.
Yes. Of course, we won't see each other at Summit. Summit's too busy and crazy. Next year's leadership.
I'll be at the next one for sure. I wish they did leadership twice a year. Wouldn't that be nice?
I don't know. I feel like I travel too much. I want more time, like between team retreats and like trainings and everything else. I'm like, I want to go to the mountains and have my vacation. Like I
Yeah,
can't squeeze it in
it's true. Although we haven't had summit, like not really for years.
for a
So
year. Yeah. And that did make it nice last year.
yeah,
I'm so bad. But leadership is my favorite.
I
Of
know,
the events.
but it's
So
okay.
it's
all
okay.
good. For
It's
good
okay.
reasons.
It's all good.
I'm excited.
Yes.
All right, friends.
Okay, go do your call. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate you, like seriously, and I really do love you. Like everything I said, I meant.
You're the best. It was so much fun.
So-
I really, I do hope I get to hug you in real life
in
soon.
person. And I hope you know anything you need from me anytime, like interview team call, anything. Like never.
I know I
like,
need to,
just ask.
I love this idea. I would love to interview you sometime. I got to get myself organized, but I love the idea of it. It definitely has like inspired my team too. So it's very good.
Yeah, and see, it did help you. Like that was all your people.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you're so cute.
We signed up some people for you.
I love it. I love it. Okay.
Bye, sweetie.
Bye.